G'day guys, welcome back to Mango Invest. In this video, we're going to show you, which companies that we spent $40,000 on investing in those companies, high-paying dividend companies that's going to contribute to the annual income every single year. But so far, we've got in US currency alone, $375,000 of total equity, and then the profit sitting at $33,000 there. And the cash position, as you can see there, has gone down from 40 grand down to 3,000 with a final last minute deposit there. But if we click onto the Australian currency tab and see the conversion, right, we're now sitting just under $550,000 Australian, so over half a mil, and then the total profit's just sitting under 50 grand, which is pretty good there. Let's have a look at which companies that we bought with that 40 grand. So clicking over to the balances tab here, clicking over to the US currency. Okay, and then starting down at the bottom, so AGNC was the biggest purchase. It had the higher dividend yield, and we put $23,000 straight into the company, and then that's got us, just over 2,192 shares, and then that was at an effective price of $10.49. And you can see that brokerage fee of just $3 just to make that one trade. So a massive, massive purchase there with AGNC. Right, and later on we'll actually go into track your dividends and see how much money that actually gives us every single year. Right, and then JEPI, we put $7,000 straight into the company, and that's got us 118 shares. And the effective price that we bought that at is just under $60 per share. And then you can see that brokerage fee of $3 there per trade. And then QALD, lucky last, just under $10,000 there. We can see that this got us 547 shares. Brokerage of $3, and then the effective price of $18.05 there. So pretty good. This sort of last adjustment is it says rounding adjustment of like 1 cent. So that's the first time I've seen something like that. Not exactly too sure how and why that occurs, but here we go. And then just the final deposit, which we made the other day. I believe it was $4,500 Australian, and then that's got us $3,000 in US currency, and that's just sitting in the cash position at the moment. What's good about this last deposit here is that we've now reached our goal of depositing $30,000 this year. So at the very start of the year, before we started investing, made a goal of putting $30,000 this year, and then incrementally throughout the months, we've now reached that goal, and we've still got 3 more months or two more months throughout the year that we can, beat that target. So we'll try and get it to $40,000 by the end of the year. Let's just have a look at some dividends that we've recently got. Let's go just for September, apply. Okay, and as you can see here, LTC, $91, JEPI, $360, AGNC, $433, Microsoft, right, I know a small dividend of $20. Triple M, in which I sold out of that company finally, gave me $26, and then Realty Income Corporation, $165.19 there. Okay, so we now head over to track your dividends, and we'll actually see how much money that's actually giving us. So in total, we've got $375,000 there. And actually what I'll do, because we have made that recent deposit, if we scroll down here, you can see the US currency. So let's just go ahead and edit it there. Okay, and then let's go $3,000 roughly, and we'll update the holding. Okay, so now we've got $3,000 in the cash position, so it's now putting us up at $378,000 total. The yield on cost that we're getting for this portfolio is 7.65%, so fairly high, which is really good. And this annual income every single year is in US currency. So without that $40,000 investment with all the cash that we had, we were getting like $21,000 every single year. And just putting that $40,000 into those 3 different dividend-paying companies, QALD, JEPI, and AGNC, that's given us an extra $5,000 every single year, which is pretty huge. Okay, so now if we want to scroll down to diversification, let's just click this tab. We can actually see, how our portfolio sort of how it's broken up. So we've got QALD of 16.4%, AGNC 16.2%, JEPI 16%, Realty Income Corporation 10.4%, Alibaba, and that's actually growing very rapidly. We'll go have a quick look at that very soon. 8.1%, SCHD 5.8%, and then obviously all the other little ones there. But let's have a look at the upcoming dividends. I remember, a couple of weeks ago, before we made that $40,000 investment, we were getting, a very high of like $2,200 for like 2 months out of the year, and then every single other month we're sitting at like 1,800. But now, if we go into September this year, we're on track to getting just over $2,200 there. October 2,100. November 2000, 2001, and then a bigger month here in January, $2,600, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So every month, the new low baseline now for every single month worth of dividends is $2,000. So we've got a low of $2,058 there, and then a high of just over $2,600. And then this is the dividends that we're projected to get next month in October. So Coca-Cola, $98. AG&C, it's getting bumped up to $696 because of that last minute investment. So next month should be a lot better there. And we'll actually see how much the individual companies are paying us sort of individually. So if we look down onto the right hand side, the annual income. So AG&C alone is every single year is getting me over $8,000. Scrolling down, Jeppy's getting me just over $4,000. And QALD, another big one, is just under $7,000 there. So they're the big name players within the portfolio. With those together, what does that equate to? It's roughly just under $20,000 every single year just with those companies alone, and then every other company sort of make up the difference. But yeah, that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did want to join up with Stake and get a free stock, you can use the code here, ChrisM965. I'll get a free stock and you'll get a free stock. So it's free money, so why wouldn't you do it? But as always, guys, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the rest of your day.